maybe.
Anyway, your hemorrhage note.
Yo, that's not good there.
Oh god, what is the role for streams? Step no.
Live streams, right?
That's why it's not working. Yes, I was in the dev server. I was like, why is this not working? Live streams.
Please stop, behave.
Chaos.
Oh, there he goes. Fucking jumping on me. I have to move my microphone away, so if people are like, oh, but you're quiet. Well, too bad. My microphone is away because there's a big fat pigeon on my arm. He's taking up all my microphone space.
Soon there will be two.
No, thank God, not. I'm not getting this one bonded to me.
It won't matter.
I am not gonna survive that.
No, I don't know why you decided to, either.
It's not my pigeon.
Because this one can fly, so it's going to be even more chaotic.
Well, you can just close the door, luckily.
Hello.
Be careful of your connection, because my connection sucks.
The Retopo is going to take a lot of time and patience, lol, says Tomorrow yesterday. Hello, sir. Hello, Dragon.
Yes, it's going to take very lot of time. Can you stop jumping?
Not emo. Nick is getting a second pigeon.
I already have
we
it.
kidnapped one.
We already got a second pigeon. It came to our balcony, so it's ours now. It would be nice if I could select this. Why can I not select?
We just tried. Only pigeon picks win.
You just have to go into like the media channel sometimes. No, I do not want the round one. Give me the square one. Do not stomp around, you little boy. You have nothing to stomp around for.
How you doing? Can you show us the Retopo progress? Someone asked.
Yeah, if I deselect all of this, I mean, I only have one side currently, because I have this on. This is the progress so far. Like all the important parts, such as the head and all these fucking spikes, are getting there, and you can see like some of the beak here. Beak thing is done like starting at the jaw, but I got tired of the face. The face is so intricate. And this is even without the horns. The horn plops in like here is where the horn mesh goes. So I can edit it and easily just change it so it doesn't look like there's a hole or anything. So there's still a long way. Yeah, it's still gonna be high res, but mainly here in the face, because I'm gonna make, you know, it's gonna like lift up the lip a bit, it's gonna be able to use the facial features, it's gonna be able to squint and look around really nicely, and everything's going to move nicely here in the face. And then the neck here is just gonna be a lot less going on, other than just the base shapes, especially here in the back spikes, and then all of this is just smooth, and then, you know, you have these main ones, and then everything else is quite smooth. It's just the head that's going to be high, due to people always focusing on it anyway.
Yeah, people really enjoy head.
Yeah, oh my god. I thought we were gonna be more professional, Clag.
No. We said in the Discord, not here.
Why does it state that on the paper?
Never said that on the update. Someone said they had an entire watermelon for lunch. I feel like you're gonna have the shits. So.
No. I feel like you're gonna have the piss. There's so much water in watermelon.
No, but there's a lot of fiber.
Oh, I've never had that issue with watermelon, especially when I've eaten a whole watermelon. I just pee a lot because of all the water.
Piss girl.
Don't say that. Yes, puppy? Can you stop stomping around? Can you stop stomping around, please? Be nice. Be nice. He doesn't know what nice is. Oh, somebody's on the piss team. Yeah, piss team. You're like, oh, this doesn't look like much. Well, no, it really isn't. But the tail is at least gonna be like straight up. This here is the low poly version of everything combined. Just like, oh, this here and this here. Like, all of this is gonna be fixed on the texture work. I just have to make the low poly, rig it up, and then fix all of this in texture work later. Bake all down, all the details down. So don't worry if it looks low poly or like low quality.
People are now in chat saying hashtag piss team. Low poly, high poly, so Blender can survive.
Yes. And I only need like the most important shapes to like see like, oh, these spikes here on the back really is all I really need, and then like on the knees and all the important ones. Stop stomping! Can you stop? Jesus Christ. It's like I never give you attention, but you get all the attention. Shut up.
Can't wait for the Icy model to be finished in 2028. It'll be done in like by the end of the month, probably.
Yeah, this month. Yeah.
Oh, so the model. Oh, the model will be done like in the next week or so, right?
The low poly. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have to really force myself to it because this is like the worst part to do. It sucks.
Yeah, that's why we got the hounding situation.
Huh?
That's why we've got the hounding situation.
Yeah. It's not fun for anybody.
You were going through some stuff, and now you're not going through stuff. Well, you are, but less.
Well, we're still actively looking for a place to live.
Yeah, but that's not really a big deal.
Me when I forget where this was going, and then this one goes on that. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, something like that. It's just like a big gap here. What the fuck do I do? It's a gap. Okay, there's a gap. Fixed gap. Somehow fixed gap. I'll fix gap later. Gap not now. I killed the gap. I kill.
It cuts. Someone in chat said, can't wait for the ice models to be finished in 2028. And oh, nah, it's going to be finished in 2027. This ain't the Isle, silly. Nice.
Where am I at the neck? At the base here, it needs a lot more loops. I'll get to it. Right, and it's like the weird part happening. Can you sit down, you little asshole? And this is why I don't have kids. I have pigeons. It's just as bad.
In which software are you doing the normal baking?
Fuck. It depends. It's either Substance or ZBrush. Blender can do it, but it takes ages to fix up. There goes that.
ASMR is always the best.
Can you stop happening? Come on. Go back up on the fucking desk.
Oh no.
Get up. Get out.
Get out of here. Don't you worry, guys, like all of this is gonna be nice looking in the end. Like all of these weird nice and
issues
smooth.
I will fix at some point. Like right now it's just not I'm just pulling them down so I know where they are at. What's the difference between good topology and bad topology? Well, good topology, you want like all the loops and stuff. I don't do good, like I don't do perfect topology. I do decent enough, but I mean, good topology is it works for what you want it to do. Bad topology is like everything's triangulated and fucking messed up, and you cannot animate with it without the mesh flipping out. That's in short. It's a whole. It's like a whole essay thing. I don't feel like.
It's a whole ordeal.
Yeah, I really don't feel like bringing that up. So.
Hello, Evil Owl. How are you doing? I don't recognize your name. Sia says, I'm proud to be indie supporter number 5. Well, you weren't number 1 though, were you? So... No, thank you very much for the support.
You on your eggs now? Are you happy? Oh, handsome boy, baby boy. Oh, he just wanted his eggs. I gave him his eggs back. I took away his children. Yeah, I took away his children because he wasn't interested in them, and it's like, okay, I'll just take them away. And then I took them away. Now he's mad, and then give it back, and now he's happy on them. You sitting on your children, your baby boys, your 2 eggs. Yeah. It's just not working with me today.
Pigeon ASMR. I can't hear the pigeon.
No, because I have
Only you guys can.
Noise canceller on Discord.
On Discord, yeah. I don't want to hear Spab anyway. I've had enough of him. It's not gonna be as exciting of a stream, guys. Just to let you know, it's basically just gonna be all this.
Yeah, I don't even have any background music because I don't know what to do with that. I don't have any music.
Any music? Just can you not put a free one on?
They say free and then it's not.
No.
Yeah. That's hard to do on YouTube. I don't know. They're very strict with all the music stuff.
Hello, Dragonia. Hello, guinea fowl.
I'm also quiet because my energy has been drained today. Been doing way too much stuff. Like in real life. It's fucking dude. This looks really wonky. I was smoothing it out, don't you worry. But like, look at his little neck. It's getting shape. Yeah. And I also have a very squeaky chair. I'm so sorry for that. Alright, Bobby? Keep your egg in there. Fat ass. Keep your egg in there. Gonna figure out how to do that. Yeah, that works.
So, what did everyone think of the tech demo? If you got around to playing it.
Hello, mister. Yeah, those are some handsome eggs you have. Those are some good eggs. Well, you're gonna be sitting on these eggs for the next 2 or 3 weeks now. Yeah? Yeah? Handsome.
Egg.
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 Egg. Egg. Egg.
Well, the tech demo is going to be out for like a few more days, probably. We need to contact the publishers, and they're currently away for the weekend. So. Yeah, the Valad update, people seem to really enjoy that one. I think it's mainly because the Valad is probably, out of all of the dragons so far, is the most like fleshed out, I'd say.
No, no, don't go there. You have to stick to this one. Stick here. Yes.
Stick is here.
Hello, baby. My grumpy baby.
Just advertise our air condition.
What's that, sorry?
Just advertise our air condition.
What's wrong with your air condition?
No, we just got someone advertising. Like, knocked on the door, I assume. Oh, Mum's. Oh, okay.
Who the fuck needs air conditioning in a cold country? But okay.
It's during the summer. It gets incredibly hot here. And
Yeah, if we
incredibly
just deal with
humid.
it, what's the problem?
Because it gets like 30 degrees with humidity, and it just kills you.
And that's just outside. Try inside in a big ass window place and you get like greenhoused. We live. We are too, like, we don't want to spend money on it for like 2 days in a year. That's gonna feel like hell.
Does anyone have any questions about some plans that we have, or about the Icy?
I know, Mr. Baby. I know, Mr. Baby. I know, Mr. Baby.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So, someone mentioned in chat that we used to get. It was like 2010. We used to get like 32, and now we're getting like close to 40 actually.
I guess.
Well, its animations need to be fully redone, or some of the old
Yes,
animations be kept.
completely redone. Completely redone. Everything is redone. It's like a whole new creature all over again.
But this time, it won't be changed forever.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
It
some
will never be
ridiculously
changed again.
advanced technology comes out.
Yay, good boy. Oh, handsome boy, that's you.
I was wondering if dragons would be able to pick up arms, or if human meat, would they be able to eat said meat? Dragons will be able to pick up creatures and stuff eventually. I'm not sure about individual items though, like armor, like human armor and stuff. Humans can get picked up, like their corpses will be able to be picked up though. Get anything to add on to that?
No. I'm busy here.
How valid animations have a lot of personality. Will a similar approach be taken to the Icy's new animations?
Yes. Everything's gonna be on the same level. Are you sitting on your eggs good now? Yeah, fancy boy. Good boy.
Is there a general estimate on when lower tier supporters will be getting emails, possibly, / will it be announced on the Discord? Yeah, yeah, of course, it'll be announced on the Discord. Hello, Sick. How you doing? The new model looks great. Looks like.
Oh, it's just a lag.
Glad I bake from multi-res and don't have to retopo ever again. Someone said in chat.
Yeah, I usually start with like low poly stuff and then I make high poly. But not for sculpting things like this, because it needs very specific sculpt and it's easy to just make everything look good first. And also, I mean, the worst part is like this is a winged creature with like so many limbs. You never want to retopole that shit, but you know, sometimes you gotta. What the fuck happened here?
Sigin3D says, fair enough, my sculpts are usually just some scales and skin textures, so it doesn't need retopo. When I use the low poly to bake it into, and thank God, because that looks awful to do.
Okay, I guess I'll do it like that then.
Does Blender auto weld vertices where the mirrored side touches? Remember it being a pain in Max back when I was in school.
Yeah, it does. It's a here, and then you just do clipping and merge, and then it you can see here, not welded, welded. Simple. I should have closed it off there. Should have kept it open.
Hello, Dragoness, welcome back. You made eggs with red onion. Anything else? Nah, just red onions and
Right, then what the fuck's happening with this one? My brain cannot do the math. Dude, that one. This one's wrong then. It goes there, this goes there. That is the math, there it is. It goes there and it goes there. And there we go. Math! I have to remap. I have to remap over here. I can see. We do the math. 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 Yeehaw, math.
How much math though?
It's like you have to like divide it by 2 or some shit in your brain to make them work and loop correctly. That's just how I remember it. I know, Spoppy, I know you're on your eggs. You're so happy. Oh, that was loud, big guy. That was loud.
I heard that.
Loud. He really revved that engine up there. We are doing boring stuff. Boring stuff, but you know, like, the game is not a game and it won't function without this. So just how it is. These little zigzags, I'll probably just do some mesh changes later. It's just to do a lot. I'll fix it at some point. Not too bad, it works. Might miss a baby. I'm just gonna see how far I can work down instead of focusing on one area. See if I can't get it to be fine.
Oh. So, any more questions, guys? Might as well answer them. We're going to be here for another hour. Oh, hello, John. How is your game going? I hope everything's going as planned. Yeah, it's going alright. You know, everything is going reasonably to plan, I think. We will be sort of making a video in the coming weeks, sort of describing where the money's going, what we're going to be doing with it, so that there's some transparency. You know, we'll be describing what me and Shad's houses, and then X going to be getting a house.
Well, yeah.
But we got some really interesting plans coming out, and the senior is hard at work. We've got our 2 programmers undergoing training, and yeah, it's looking promising. Why does Ek have a second pigeon? I don't know. Why does Ek have a second pigeon?
It was on the balcony, it looked sad, and it walked inside, and then we closed the door, and now it's ours. Why don't you guys have a second pigeon, huh?
Why don't we have a second pigeon? I mean, we have 2 pigeons that are outside constantly trying to make a nest, but I don't think they can because it keeps falling out the tree. I heard the human gameplay is more tricky than expected. We always knew it was going to be a tricky aspect. We're just trying to figure out how we're going to make it work. We have a few ideas on what we want to do, but we're going to flesh out the dragons a little bit first, and flesh out the humans. It's mainly because we want AI and base building, and that's really hard to do without it lagging everything. So if you notice, like, Ark is an incredibly laggy game most of the time. So we have to work out a way around that. And we also need to make sure that humans feel like they can work together, even if they're not sort of together, if that makes sense, even if they're enemies, because dragons are a bigger threat. So we need to sort of figure that one out as well. Is there a particular reason Retopology is being done in Blender? I just recall the sculpting being done in ZBrush from a previous stream.
Retopology does not work well in ZBrush. That is why you need many programs at once to work with things. That's unfortunately just how it works. You cannot do everything in one program, and if you could, that program would be bought out really fucking fast. each program specializes in something. Like, yeah, they can probably do it, but it's not doing it very nicely. Blender is primarily for modeling, so low poly works fine here. Sculpting, no. ZBrush for sculpting, that's what it specializes in. It does it perfectly well. For everything else, it's air. It's not fun.
Fine here. Let's see how my PC handles Ward with Bob in the background. Oh, good luck. Hello, Stoves. How you doing? Just want to say that my friend group found your game and love it. We're excited to see what it looks like in the future. So just keep up the good work. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. The Valhalla looks silly. I mean, I think all babies look silly in most games, to be honest, and in real life.
Always satisfying when stuff lines up.
Why am I getting a Direct 12 error? Is that because it's not supported, Ek? Was that right?
Yeah, your graphics card, if it only has DirectX 11, you cannot play the game. It's because Nanite uses DirectX 12. Can't do anything about it. Unfortunately. Your graphics card too old.
But the requirements on Steam say you need Direct 11 and not 12.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
things
used to be
change.
like that. We have to go update it, but we have to yell at our what's it called? Like our publisher,
Publishers.
but our publisher is off on weekends, so we cannot fix it.
Yeah. I mean, the programmers may be able to fix that, but
No, you
I'm
cannot
not
with
sure.
Nanite. You cannot with Nanite.
oh, you can not. Okay,
No,
well,
you cannot.
there you go.
Nanite is a UE 5 only, and UE 5 only uses DirectX 12 only. You can play it, but then it's without Nanite, and you have to do it the old way. But if you use this Nanite, which is the UE 5 only thing, then you can't. Look at that, he's getting a body.
Body.
Look at him, he's getting like a... He looks very weird right now, but like, he's getting a body. You can see all the areas I avoid doing. It's just like a hole here, a hole in the mouth. The chest I don't want to do. Around the leg, it's good enough. The back.
He's done. He's finished.
This is all you get.
Put him in. Rig him. How is working with Nanite a huge help, or does it bring new challenges?
If you don't know
Both?
how to work with Nanite and what it does, it's a problem. But if you do know how to handle it and all the new things, and you have to go against all your old knowledge of how to make a game to make Nanite work for you, such as making everything very high poly, except for things that shouldn't be. But there's a fine line between what should be and what shouldn't be. If it obscures something, it should be high poly. If it doesn't, and doesn't obscure anything at all, low poly. Right, Spobby? Yeah, yeah. And then if you have to set like the rendering culling distance correctly on Nanite, and then like some shading doesn't work, etc. Like, but it's very helpful. It makes everything run very nicely if you know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, you are a good boy. Yeah, you are a good boy. You have such a tiny little cute head. You have such a tiny cute little head.
These types of Dragon games are always paid in yours. The game's not going to be free. Like, just to point that out, it's not a free game.
The tech demo is, but the game itself is not.
The
That's
tech
why you can
demo.
fucking pre-order it. I'm sorry if I swear, but like, goddamn.
No, Rick, you swear. Swear away.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, that was very political, Lamont. You cannot say that.
Such a racist. When will what update come out?
Never.
So it's so strange that Nanite cannot handle the fir and spruce trees unless it was specific to those assets, question mark.
Yeah, you see, Nanite cannot handle low poly things that are too low poly. It just makes it slow. Plus, the alpha of the leaves, Nanite hates alpha masks, and a lot of these trees uses alpha masks, and it just bums out the performance super heavy. So you have to use full geometry. Yes, you heard me. Every model leaf on a tree has to be modeled. Not like super high, but you know, like it has to be shaped. Oh, alpha masks. It's like a texture you put on top that cuts out the polygon for you. It's like a black and white mask that says like, oh, the white is what you show and the black is what you hide, but it's still a polygon. It doesn't like that, so. Clark, somebody has bad English. Can you say in bad English how when update happens? Clark?
I don't know what update they're fucking talking about.
I don't know either. Like alpha? Is that what they're talking about?
I don't know.
I do not know either. That the English is bad, as they so.
I don't know.
The fuck? I don't know either. Don't ask me. I'm sitting here making polygons. And my man is snoozing hella hard in the bedroom right now.
I'm sorry, but like we seriously don't know what you're. We understand you're talking about an update, but we don't know what update you're talking about. When will the DirectX 12 bug update come out?
It can't. DirectX. Oh my god, yeah. I'm gonna write this. There we go. Trying to making it simple.
He's saying that his computer is using
DirectX. Yeah, it's not the computer, it's the graphic card. It's not the computer. Did I miss that? You good boy. Do you want a piece of salad because you're working so hard? Oh, hold on, I'm gonna have to feed him some salad.
Some salad.
You hungry, baby? You want some food? Want some salad? Oh, it's yummy. Oh, a little salad. Spinach is so good. Yummy, yummy. Clack, can you keep an eye on that guy who has issues?
Yeah, he hasn't said anything.
Hmm.
What are you going to do after the game will be done besides fixing bugs? Are you going to add new skins for dragons or something like that? The game's not going to be done for fucking years. But we do plan on adding a skin system similar to that of Rust, if you know that game. Or I believe I was told it's similar to what does the programmer work on?
I do not know.
Oh, work is gone, isn't it?
I do not know what the programmer works on.
Dragon. It was a dinosaur versus human game.
Primal Carnage?
That was it. Apparently, it's similar to Primal Carnage as well.
Oh yeah, they do that.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, I mean, that makes sense, they do that.
The guy said he has a 12th gen Intel Core i5.
That's the CPU, not GPU. The graphics card, that is a... What he wrote is the CPU. CPU is like the heart of it. Your GPU is what makes everything visual. It's like the lungs or the liver of it. Look at this long boy, he's getting sausage shaped.
Sausaged.
Wow, I'm also support now while I'm doing work, and I don't even get paid double.
Marat, go to the Discord and just enter in a report thing. Although the tech demo is going down in a few days, so I wouldn't really worry about it. Murat, are you a Patreon supporter by any chance? Murat, did you download the game on the Steam store page, not the one from Patreon?
Oh, sorry, that's the other pigeon calling.
Does he sound the same as Spab? Hello?
Okay, so to Clack's question, no, they do not sound the same. This guy sounds like a car that can't start.
He's playing it on a notebook.
I don't think it can play like, oh, it can play other big powerful games. Well, do they use Unreal Engine 5 with Nanite perhaps? Because that is the only thing. If it's a DirectX 12 game, right, Sloppy? Because we cannot control the DirectX. We cannot take it to 11 when it's using Nanite. We cannot fix something that's not on our side.
They're on 12 though. That's the thing. They're not on 11.
I do not know. Then it's a bug report that has to be checked. I do not know how to fix that.
No.
So when or if it ever gets fixed, it won't be while it's out for free for the playtest. Hello, mister. Hello, Mr. Baby. What's up? Do you have to go down? Come on. You can come down and do your thing now, little man.
iPanic says, Retopology, the bane of my existence. Model looks amazing.
It's the bane of
X getting
everybody's
fed in
existing.
praise.
Everybody hates this. Nobody wants to do this. Ever.
So, guys, the next stream should be a bit more exciting because hopefully Ek will have it done, and we'll be doing probably what, like a skin stream next time.
Or maybe a texture baking or texture of some sort.
Something more interactive. It was either this or no stream, so. It's very nice. Can't wait to see the Icy Hammer skin. I don't know. I think it's exciting. It shows the technical work behind the scenes, and every artist does Retopo differently. Rather this, it's awesome to see the game come to life. Yeah, I suppose. But I know a lot of people kind of don't enjoy or find it a bit dull, which is understandable. So we are coming relatively close towards the end of the stream. So if you guys got any questions about anything, feel free to ask, and we'll try our best. I don't know if we've gotten this question before, but will there be PvE mode on the multiplayer servers? I have a heart condition and can't play most PvP games due to the adrenaline response. So we will make servers that are PvE, PvP, so there will be options for server hosts. Will there be dragons who excel less in combat and more in hiding, like camouflage? I mean, you can go see the 15 base dragons on the Discord server. So, I guess technically yes. What's been the most exciting part of this whole process for you in the game's development? Heck,
Finishing a creature.
doing what? Sorry.
When I finish.
Well,
When I'm done.
she gets a day. When she's done, she gets a day break, and then she moves on to the next. I'd probably say we had a meeting a few days ago, and that's got me hyped for what's to come. I'd probably
Oh
say
yeah,
that.
I had already forgotten. And now I got reminded. Wow. Yeah, it's cool.
Because we've got a senior programmer on board, and we've got a senior is it a game artist? Is that right?
Technical artist.
Technical artist. So we've got two very good people on with decades of experience, and they've sort of shone some light onto some problems we have, and they're going to fix them. Is your favourite dragon among those 15? Well, they're the only ones, so yes. My favourite one personally is the Prawn Reaper. Is there a Discord server for that? Yeah, it's in the it should be in the description. Yeah, it's in the description of the stream. The very top one, Wings of Dawn.
Not like that then.
Animation-wise, what kind of changes do you want to make to the new Icy compared to the old one? Walking speed, personality, etc.
He's just gonna be bigger and scarier and have a little bit of a swag walk. Classic Wyvern.
More weighty.
Bigger.
More heavy. More trunk. Bigger. Faster. Stronger. Did you ever use Maya for animations, Ek?
No, I am not touching that hellscape of a program.
Yanni, you won't be able to team up with wild dragons as a human. Both the human and the dragon would slowly get debuffed, so it won't work, and we're going to incredibly discourage it. Takes away from the whole, it's a giant T-Rex flying thing.
And it's not like dragons are intelligent to know, like, oh, you trust them, blah blah blah. Nah, these things are animals. I don't think you wanna be best friends with like a fucking bear, a flying bear.
You wouldn't.
That's very hungry.
You wouldn't go up.
You wouldn't steal a car.
You wouldn't go up to a lion. You wouldn't go up to a wild lion. You wouldn't go up to a wild tiger. Definitely wouldn't go up to a wild, like, Komodo dragon. So going up to a dragon that is the size of an elephant, I don't think you do that. Maya is just incredibly expensive for what it is. It's the main problem with it.
It's not just that it's expensive, it's like, first of all, the crashes, second of all, the fucking learning curve of all the shit you have to do, third of all, does not work with most things in Unreal Engine. Blender can at least open that stuff, Maya cannot. Yeah, motion builder, but that's like a very, very expensive thing unless you have it for free due to either student license or I believe, or like you work for somebody or something that has that license.
Golden Dragon, yes, but Voltec the bear was a cub, and then it grew up around humans. You wouldn't go up to a wild bear of that type in the wild.
Why don't you just go out there and then look for some coyotes? Go pet them. I'm sure they won't bite you.
Heck, you can't do that. You can't say that.
Why not?
Because someone got like fucking sued saying that. Because someone went and did it.
Yes. Go pet the raccoons. Go like find a
No,
possum
you
and
can't say
hug
that
it.
either. They have rabies.
Hug a possum.
No, you can't do that either. They could be like someone that commits genocide. Oracle, there is a setting in Blender, or there used to be anyway, where you can turn on the control scheme of Max into Blender.
I think it's still there.
Oracle says it's not even the controls; it's just the UI and the tabs.
Yeah,
For
but
Blender
you can
that are bad.
customize it to look like anything you want. I'm not touching Maya because of the fucking learning curve. I heard like it's super nice to retype in Maya, but like I'm not like I could do the same things here.
Sorry, Ak, we're moving to a Maya only gaming studio.
Yeah, goodbye. Never.
No, you can't, because you're an owner of the company, so you.
Yeah,
you
I will
have to
just
stay.
find somebody who can do it for me.
If you knew someone, you would have done it already.
I know how. I know a few actually that does do it in Maya. But I don't know.
Yes, Lou, it's called actual selection.
Sorry about that. Just got a pain.
Right, guys, if you've got any final questions, please ask them, as we'll be ending the stream in around 10 minutes. The new Icy Skin template will come out when the actual dragon is done. Because it needs to line up with what Egg is making.
Yep.
How will the humans be able to hold their own in this world? What will make them a force to be reckoned with? Well, they're humans. We killed everything in real life.
Yeah, we will find a way. We are very resilient.
Yeah. But we have a few interactive ways planned. I was talking to our senior programmer about spitballing some ideas about what we could do. Some of the ways that we were talking about is having sort of making the kills on dragons interactive and more team-based. So, for example, one of the things that he really liked the idea of was having ballistas or heavy crossbows where you would tether them to, you put a rope on the bolt or ballista bolt, fire it at the dragon, and then you would hammer the tether into the ground, causing the dragon to become stuck in some way. So if you were to do that on either side of the dragon with a group of people, then you could probably hold the team down. So, you know, and then you could get in there with spears or just more crossbows or bolts or whatever, and, you know, take down that dragon. So it's going to be very much ambush based for humans and being able to be mobile, unless you have tames, in which case you could use the tankiness of the tames while you're trying to take down the dragons. Or it could depend on the dragon that's eating the human. There's different sized dragons. Yeah, so the large dragons will feel like mini bosses. The smaller ones are going to be sort of like just difficult mobs, because our dragons, they're meant to be like real creatures. So if a ballista bolt that is like 5 foot long with a sharpened metal tip, that's going to go straight through the head of a dragon. So, you know, dragons have to be careful as well. So is it unlimited on how many people can play dragons? Because playing dragons sounds like a hoot. We're going to try and limit it on official servers to a certain amount, so that there will always be more humans than dragons. But we will make a dragon-only server or human-only servers eventually. Will there be a debuff for mix packing? Yeah, if you're around other dragon species, or dragons that aren't in your herd or pack or family or whatever, there will be debuffs for that as well. Are the debuffs solely stat-based? Filmer. When dragons are around other dragons and there are the debuffs, is it solely stat-based or is there other stuff to it as well? Yeah, the debuffs. Primarily stat-based. Nope, we're not going to be teasing any more apexes until far in the future.
What are people's obsession with apexes anyway? Never understood it.
It's like the end game for dragons, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, what makes you feel so only wanting apexes? Even if it's not like an end game. Is it just because it's more fun to kill people? Are people fucking sociopaths or some shit? I don't know.
Yes.
Hello, Master Baby.
As a solo player, I can say that I gravitate towards large creatures because I don't have friends that can help me survive. With smaller / more pack-oriented creatures, you end up dying. See?
Skill issue.
Shut
Skill
up.
issue. I don't even have friends, and yet, like when I play. No, usually like when I play games, it's like I always go small herbivore. Doesn't matter if I'm alone. Mostly because I find it. I don't want to be an asshole and kill other people when people like spend fucking hours on growing, etc.
Yeah, when the game does come out in the alpha, me, Ek, and Shad are gonna just force admin grow our dragons and kill all the players. No. What games do we play? Well, I can tell you because it's out of 4 games that we play together: Humanity, Aliens Fireteam Elite, Baldur's Gate 3, and that's about it. Oh, I guess you can include D&D.
If you can include D&D as a thing, as a game.
More of a tabletop.
Yeah.
Online though. Roll20.
Roll20.
Right. Well, I wish that someone would make a properly dedicated one already, like system. I know there's some in the works, but there's none that really look promising. A lot of them have been cancelled as well. Anyway, heck, it's 2 hours.
Yep, I know. I am well aware of my time.
Right, quickly, any final questions, guys?
I do have questions. Ugh.
Will solo players get a buff versus groups? Not really. It'll be up to the player to play more smart. There's not much you can really do to buff solo players. There will be ways to buff your dragon, but the teams will also be able to buff their dragons. So it will be up to the solo player, unfortunately.
Yeah, are we ready to end? Or... My finger is starting to hurt quite a lot, actually.
What's that, sorry?
My finger is getting... hand is hurting. Are we ready?
Yeah, I was waiting for you. That's why I was saying.
Yeah, I was waiting for like the last questions to come in because you know like there's delays and shit.
Yeah. Well, I think that's everything there.
Okay.
Next time, guys, Ek will be finished with the with this
Hopefully.
for next stream, won't she?
I fucking hope so because I don't want to be from around this shit either. There's a lot of stuff.
But yes, so thank you very much, guys, for watching. We'll be back next Sunday at 5 o'clock. We're gonna make that. Are we gonna make that our official time? Are we gonna properly announce it that
I'm
every
gonna try and
Sunday?
make it as official as I can make it.
Yeah. So next stream we'll do a proper announcement and say it once we're doing it at 5. But have a good one, everyone. Bye, cool.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching and you know all of these watching me click like thousands of times. Yeah. Okay. Bye.